In this step, let's talk about CORS. CORS refers to cross-origin request sharing. Browsers do not allow AJAX calls to resources outside current origin. Let's say you have a full stack application and your front end is making a request, a REST API call to a different domain, a different URL. Typically, your browsers will not allow those kind of calls. And cross-origin resource sharing is the specification that allows you to configure which cross-domain requests are allowed. So when you're making use of Spring MVC, you can specify what cross-domain requests are allowed by using CORS or cross-origin resource sharing. There are two approaches that you can use. One is global configuration, the other one is local configuration in every controller. The global configuration is applicable to all controllers or all resources, all REST controllers. The way you can configure global configuration is by adding a add CORS mapping callback method in WebMVC configurer. So you can copy this bean and you can put it in any Spring configuration file. Earlier we created the basic auth security configuration. So if you want, you can go and put this bean in here. And what this would do is to allow all requests to all URLs with any of the request methods from this specific origin. If you're getting a request from localhost 3000, in that kind of scenario, your application or your API would accept that specific request. It would allow that specific request to go through and execute. The alternative is to use local configuration. You can go to the specific request method or you can go to the specific controller class and you can add in at cross origin. By default, at cross origin on its own will allow from all origins. If you want, you can customize. You can say at cross origin, origins is equal to https://www.in28minutes.com. If you want to allow it from a specific origin, I would want to allow calls from in28minutes.com. This is the way I can configure it. In this step, we looked at CORS, cross-origin resource sharing. This is a specification that allows you to configure which cross-domain requests are allowed. There is global configuration, which you can configure for all controllers and all resource methods in one place. And there is a local configuration where you can go to each request method or each REST controller and you can configure a specific cross origin. I'm sure you're having a wonderful time and I'll see you in the next step.